Okay, it's Beth, and I am going to talk about the guys in Sanctus Real. I saw Sanctus Real on Friday, June 29th at the WFRN Friend Fest, and oh, my dog's trying to break in. It's funny. Um, it was a great night. Um, great night. I have never seen Sanctus Real before, so you're going to see me looking down and off to the side a lot because I need to refer to my notes. Because it's been a few days since I saw them, and I don't remember exactly everything I want to say. So, pardon me as I, refer to my notes. I will say that they were in a tough crowd. The the WFRN Fest had some really amazing groups playing. Um, Sanctus Real was kind of the sandwiched in between my favorites, the Sidewalk Prophets and David Crowder, which at the time that Sanctus Real played, I didn't know anything about David Crowder. And after seeing the little bit of David Crowder that I saw, I was so impressed with him. I was totally disappointed that because of the inclement weather and some of the technical problems that they were having, that he didn't get to play very much. So, yeah, they were really in a tough crowd. But I do have some real positive things to say about their show. I mean, they were really good. I think they started out the show with the song "The Face of Love," which is a good song. Actually, before they even started, I have to say this: whoever the drummer is in Sanctus Real, he gets the award for the drummer with the most stage presence of the whole weekend. He came out, and I mean, he really got the crowd going. He was hilarious. He I don't know. Usually the drummers just kind of slink to their drums and start hitting things, and no, not this guy. He had a lot of stage presence. He also had fantastic glasses. I think he also gets the award for the best glasses of the whole weekend. So, yeah, if you ever go see Sanctus Real, you definitely want to make sure you pay attention to the drummer because he was pretty cool. The other thing I think I do have to give a award to Sanctus Real because clearly, out of all of the 7 acts that I saw the whole weekend, they were by far the most stylish of any of the groups. They had the best hair, the best clothes. If they have a stylist, he or she should definitely get an award. And if they don't, wow, impressive that guys can dress themselves that well. I mean, amazing. But yeah, clearly they were the most stylish of the whole weekend. So good for you guys. Good for you. But other than that, though, I mean, really, let's focus on the music here. They like I said, they played the Face of Love, and that he talked about not giving up on love, even though sometimes it may be hard to love other people, certain people. Yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. You probably have people in your lives that may not be the easiest to love. So I think that's kind of what he was getting at there. I think the direct quote was, "It's hard work to love each other," and that's the truth. But it is definitely worth it. It kind of reminds me of a song. I think that who sings that song? Oh, the Sidewalk Prophets on their "Live Like That" CD. They have a song kind of along that vein about love is good, but it's hard, so don't give up on it. Yeah, Matt. The lead singer's name was Matt, and he was pretty fun. He at one point he grabbed a camera from a lady that was sitting in the crowd and took her camera up on stage and ran around and took pictures from the stage of all the guys and took just different pictures from the stage, and I thought that was really cool. I'd never seen anybody do that before, so I'm sure that lady was very, very happy. She is probably an eternal Sanctus Real fan after that, and that was really awesome. Really fun. Apparently, now this surprised me. They, during one of their times when Matt talked, he said that they had been a band for 16 years, and they hardly look old enough to have been a band for 16 years. Unless they started playing together when they were in kindergarten, I can't imagine that they had been a band that long, because they really don't look that old. But that's what he said, 16 years. And they are working, this was another thing that surprised me, is that they're working on their 6th studio album. I had no clue. I did not know. I have their most recent album, Pieces of a Real Heart, but I didn't realize that they had, that many other albums besides that one. So I guess I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to have to go check out some other CDs that they had. That surprised me. I did not know. I was unaware. So I did learn some new things about Sanctus Real at their concert. They played a new song called One of Those Things, and it was good. I liked it. They played Keep My Heart Alive, and I have written here that they played that with a lot of emotion. And that's one of the things I like to see, is a lot of emotion when I'm at concerts. It's great. Another song that really kind of stood out for me was Matt sang a song for his son Bowen, who was born, excuse me, I have problems with my voice this morning. He was born with a problem with his heart, and from what he said, they didn't even know if he was going to live. It was really, I'm sure, a very scary time in their lives for him and his wife. And so he wrote this song for him called All of Me, and I think that was definitely one of the standout songs in their concert for me. I really was just amazed by that song. It was beautiful, very touching. I really enjoyed hearing that story and that song, and it was very, very powerful. Another thing that he talked about was, and I like this because I'm the kind of person that asks a lot of questions about everything, to the point of being probably very annoying to those who know me, and I'm even annoying to myself because I'm always asking questions. He said that it is important to ask questions, to ask why, and look for the answers, because God reveals himself and how radiant he is in the darkness. I really like that saying. I thought that was really, really beautiful. Just a reminder that it's okay to ask questions and look for the answers, especially if you're looking in the right places. If you're looking in the Word of God, and you're looking to people like your pastors and your spiritual mentors, that's the wise thing to do. And don't feel bad about it if you have questions, especially if you're in a trying situation like Matt was with his wife, when they were, I'm sure, questioning why this happened to their son. Look for those answers, and you might be surprised at what God might reveal to you. I just thought that was a really, really beautiful saying, and I wanted to share that with you because I was really, really touched by that. So there you go. That's the touching saying of the day. Another thing he said that I was kind of, I don't know what the word is, but he talked about how Paul leaned into Jesus, and how we shouldn't lose heart, though our outer nature is wasting away. We're becoming renewed on the inside as we lean into Jesus. And just last week, I had written a blog over on my website, www.bethstauffer.com, called Living a Life of Leaning. And it kind of talked about the same kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, feel free to head on over there and check that out. It would be under the category section, June devotionals. Again, it's Living a Life of Leaning. Pretty interesting story, I think. You might enjoy that. They sang Dreamer and Make All Things New. And of course they sang Lead Me. I think that probably is a requirement of any concert they play, that they have to sing Lead Me. That was according to the WFRN morning show announcer, the number one played song in 2011, Lead Me, which I really like that song a lot. If you haven't seen my review of the Sidewalk Prophets, I owe that song a debt of gratitude because it actually led me to buy my first Sidewalk Prophets CD kind of by mistake. So you should check that review out if you haven't heard that story yet. It's kind of funny. And they also played, and I thought this was the standout song of the night for them, was Forgiven. I love that song, and they really rocked it Friday night. That, I think, by far was the best song of the night for them. It was really amazing. Fantastic. Very good. I really liked it. They kind of closed the night with this comment, and I quote, "I surrender to whatever you're doing inside of me." And I think we should all take heed of that and give ourselves up to the Lord and whatever works He is trying to accomplish in us. As it says in Jeremiah 29:11, He knows the plan and the purpose that He has for each of us. And we should allow Him to make that happen. We should trust in Him and His plans for us. Really, that's about all I have to say. It was a good concert. I will say, and I know the videographer that was shooting the concert was probably from WFRN. He was doing a bang-up job with them. I think the work he did on their particular concert was the best of the whole weekend. He was really doing some great shots up on the Jumbotron, so Mr. Videographer, if you're watching this, you did a very fine job with the Sanctus Real show. It was very good. Other than that, I do know they did not mention this at all. They did not bring this up at all. I only know this because I've heard of it from other sources, that they recently had a bus fire and they were all okay. They lost everything that they had on the bus in the fire, all of their personal belongings and everything. And they didn't bring this up, but I know that it was really traumatic to lose everything in a fire. So if you want to go out and support them, give them, help them in any way you can go. I know our hometown radio station has a link on their website that you can go to and give them a helping hand. You can also pray for them. I'm sure they would really appreciate that as well. The radio station link is www.star883.com. You can look there. Just type in Sanctus Real, and I'm sure you can find the link that way. And the guys also, I know, have a website. Don't know the exact address. Sorry about that. I'm going to guess it's probably sanctusreal.com, but I could be wrong. They are also on Twitter. I know this because I follow them on Twitter, and I believe they are just Sanctus Real. And I'm sure they're on Facebook too, probably under Sanctus Real. So be sure to check them out in those different places if you're interested. You also, what was I going to say? If you're in the Fort Wayne area, I know that if you're interested in if you want to see them, you're going to have a chance coming up in September. They will be back in this area. They will be actually not in Fort Wayne. They'll be over in Warsaw, which is not too far. It's about an hour away. But where they're going to be is a really amazing venue. They're going to be at the Wagon Wheel Theater in Warsaw, which is a theater in the round, which means that you're never more than 10 rows away from the front. It's a really cool place to see a concert. So it's going to be, I think, on September 5th. You can get your tickets now, probably through Ticketmaster or directly from the Wagon Wheel. So, yeah, if you want to go check them out, by all means, do so. Definitely be worth the trip. Also, you can check out their current CD, Pieces of a Real Heart, which I do have and I do love. It's a really great CD. It does have the songs Forgiven, that other song, Lead Me, that I like for a lot of reasons, but it's just a good song. There are other good songs on there too, so definitely you should, at the very minimal, get that CD because it is one that you should have in your collection. Yeah, that's my Sanctus Real review. Sorry, it's not. It is what it is, I guess. But for sure, get the CD, and if you're interested, go see them in concert at the Wagon Wheel in September. With that, I am Beth Stauffer. You can check out my website, which is www.bethstauffer.com. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm Pumpkin Patch PT. Or you can see me and all of my good stuff over on Pinterest, where I'm Beth Stauffer. Or you can email me at beth@bethstauffer.com. Coming up, I still have to post my review on David Crowder, which I'm excited to do. And also, I still have reviews to do on 10th Avenue North, which was amazing, and Casting Crowns. So I hope you'll tune back in for those reviews as well. And until next time, take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.